Welcome back, my beautiful beings of the universe. It's me, the nerdy stepdad, bringing to you today Intro to Territory Battles. What are territory battles? What are they all about? We are going to go in depth with that today. Territory battles will be active when territory wars are not active, typically. So you have your solo events, you have guild raids, and you have guild events. A territory battle is a guild event, and that is where it is housed. You can get into it here. This is where all the information is. But today, there's another way to get in. It'll be over here. You can just click on that guild event, and it'll take you right into your territory battle. There are 5 territory battles. We have light side Hoth. We have dark side Hoth. Dark side Hoth, you start on this side and go this way. Light side, you start here and you go this way. We have light side Geo. That's where you can get Cam. We have dark side Geo, which is where you can get Wat Tambor. Here on light side, you can get Rebel Officer Leia Organa. On dark side Hoth, you can get the Imperial Probe Droid. And in Rise of the Empire, which is in-game territory battle, you can get Reva shards. If your guildmates and you yourself can beat the Reva mission, each person that beats it gets you a shard. Same thing here with Rolo. Each person that can beat that mission gets the whole guild a shard. So a lot of new guilds will do dark side and light side Hoth until they are ready to go to dark side Geo. Almost everybody skips light side Geo. Cam is the reward there. He's a decent character, but he's not worth the trouble of that particular territory battle. It's not a good time. So a lot of people, they'll stay here in Hoth until they are ready to go into Rote, which Rote is Rise of the Empire shortened. So how do you play this mode? And what are the rewards? And why is it a big deal for guilds? So to play, you're just going to go in here. You're going to have a few different options. So your first option is to do platoons. Platoons are going to be here where you can fill certain character requirements. So right now all of these characters need to be at least 2-star. So you can click this one since we have it and assign it, and it fills up and gives your guild points. When you start to get into higher levels, and if you're in a decent guild, they are going to assign people to farm certain shards, certain characters. In Rote, it's not just the number of stars or Geo, like you have to have them at a certain gear level. And then in Rote, it has to be a certain relic level. And sometimes the characters that are needed aren't necessarily ones that people want to do. So most guilds will ask for volunteers, and if nobody volunteers, then they kind of like draw a name out of the hat and like, oh, you drew Ugnaught, you need to take him up to R7. Nobody uses Ugnaught, but it's for the greater good of the guild, so you do it. This guild I am currently running, it's our first run in TB, and everybody's learning, so I didn't necessarily go through the trouble of assigning who does what this time. Over time, as we start to get a little more developed on our rosters, that will happen. And but right now, I just want my players to kind of get used to the game mode itself and not worry so much about, oh, I don't have this character ready. Because at the end of the day, a game's about fun. I want to get them in and comfortable and used to the game modes first. Another thing you can do are special missions. Special missions will generally have different kinds of requirements. This one, you can only use Phoenix characters, and if you can complete it, you get 7 of these. So far, the guild has done 18 of them successfully, only 1 fail. We've earned 126. We'll go ahead and do this here on this video so you guys can kind of see how this works. It's a typical team battle. It's nothing too crazy. So we're just going to take our Phoenix in here. And since we got the Lightspeed tokens on Sabine and Hera, this should be fairly straightforward and not too difficult. So as you go into higher territory battles, these battles get a lot more difficult. And some of them you have to actually kind of know certain steps to use in order to win, or you have to have a character with certain Zetas or Omicrons active. In Light Side Hoth and Dark Side Hoth, that's not really the case. But in Geo and Rote, it definitely is. But that is a topic for another day, as right now we are definitely focusing on beginner play and what that's like. So you have your special missions. They don't give you points towards your stars, which I'll get to in a moment. They just get you those rewards. Your other battles are going to give you points, depending on how many waves you get. You get more points the more waves you kill. And you get territory points. You're trying to get it all the way full. In the next round, we're going to have 2 open. What we're going to do is we're going to say no engagement on one of these. And then we'll focus down here to get as high as we can, as many stars as we can. We might preload this one just to give us a little head start if we can get this one. So like if you max this out and you still have people that can go, you can go, just you stop them before they, you tell them to stop before they get the star. And then that way, the next time you're already at the next round you're at a head start, and it makes it easier to get your stars. In Hoth, I don't see that happen too often. Not until at least the later rounds when that can actually be beneficial. In Rote, it's something a lot of guilds do every round, and so it's definitely something you need to know. If your guild leader has a big red circle with a line through it saying do not engage, there's a reason. Don't engage. Listen to your orders. Listen to what your guild officers are telling you to do. Now, we will try to get some points here, just to give some of the people who have started following the channel recently who haven't seen the game a little bit of what the gameplay is like. I'm going to go in with a Jedi team, mostly because Bastila gives everybody a lot of protection up, and so that might allow us to get through one extra wave that we normally wouldn't with all that extra protection. Now, territory battles are probably, in my opinion, the best PvE mode in the game. I find it very fun and engaging, especially because it's more of a team event. Yes, like, you have your thing here, but like, you're kind of sweating, like, is your guild going to get those stars, or going to get better rewards? And so it's kind of fun throughout the 6 days of territory battles, to just see the guild as a whole for working together to get a goal and get stuff down. I find it really satisfying when you're hitting your goals, and even when you don't necessarily hit your goal but you're getting closer each month, it can be rewarding to see the growth in the guild and your own account. On my main account, we're doing Rote, and I was able to break, I think it was 60 million, which is a little, I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible, and just getting more and more every time we do it, because I'm starting to learn the fights better. So it's really fun to watch the growth as you learn more and more about the game. Um, Something that I definitely think people sometimes can get frustrated because they don't think they're progressing fast enough, and I think these give you a really good benchmark to show that you are progressing if you keep your numbers from the previous month. Um, these do happen once a month each, so like light side once a month, dark side once a month. Um, and they give some pretty decent rewards, which after we're done with this battle, I will go in and show you. As you can see, these waves get progressively harder. I don't think we're going to get through this one at the moment, which is fine. We're still getting credit for clearing 4 waves, which will be a decent amount of points. Now, and another good thing about TV, when you're especially early, when your build's a little more relaxed, this does allow you to take in different team comps and kind of just play around and learn your teams in a low stress environment where it's not GAC, it's not arena, you're not super worried if you lose, and you get to learn teams. So this is a really good place to do that, to do some experimenting within reason. When you're past the beginning game, though, you should kind of know what your teams are and the comps and how to use them. But early game, this is a great place to kind of learn that. I think we're gonna go. Yeah, we'll do this. This isn't the best clone team, but it'll get us enough to get us some points here for the guild. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, you kind of learn, like, oh, well, like, maybe I shouldn't take these guys in, or hey, like, it's not ideal, but like, I could use this for a cleanup in GAC. So it just gives you a little bit more experience with the teams. You also kind of learn the characters more the more you use them. So more reps, you're just going to get better with more reps. Just like anything in life. Like, every artist gets better the more stuff they draw or paint or create. Sports figures, they get better with every game and every practice. It's going to be the same thing here with this game. Like, the more you play it, the better you're going to get, the better you're going to understand the mechanics of characters. And so it's always good to find an environment where you can actually play and not be stressing. Or like musicians, I can't play a musical instrument to save my life, and I can't carry a tune in a bucket if I tried. I mean, and I love music. It's one of my favorite things in the world to listen. I listen to music all day while I'm working, and when I'm off work, there's a lot of times I just have earphones in. I'm just listening to music. I do come from a family of skilled musicians, as you guys can tell. My cousin is playing the French horn in this music. Something I wish I had the ability to do, but I've just never had that skill set. I played sports growing up. That was my wheelhouse. I'm not going to say I was amazing or anything, but it's what I enjoyed, and it's what I know the best. And I like all sports. I think baseball is my favorite. Come from a baseball family, and we all really enjoy it. We have a family group chat going throughout the year. We just talk about baseball. I mean, our favorite team is the Cardinals because we're from the Missouri area, but we also talk about all the other teams and all the other players. We just love the game. I played football, I played baseball, I played street basketball. I never played competitively. But yeah, it's one of my favorite things. So now when you're done with your platoons and you can't put any more in, You've done all the battles that you can do. And sometimes there can be battles you can't do because you have to have a certain character. Maybe you don't have that character. That's fine. You're just doing as many battles as you can. You're clearing as many waves as you can. If you can't clear them, it's fine. And then when you're done, you just go in here to the main area and you hit deploy, and you're going to deploy everything it lets you just to add to your guild total. So now the rewards for territory battle. You get better rewards, obviously, the more stars that your guild can unlock throughout the territory battle. Here in Hoth, you're just getting Mach 1 and Mach 2 guild tokens. In Geo, I believe it's still Mach 1 and Mach 2, and then I'm going to check my phone for my main account because I don't remember what the rewards are at the top of my head, and I don't want to tell you incorrect. Also, at a certain point, and you also get some gear. The gear is random, you don't know what it's going to be, and you just get more of it and better gear the higher up you get. So that is the important thing of getting your stars and getting as many as you can as a guild. Let's see. And Road, you do get 3, which I thought you did. I just didn't want to lie. So in Road you get 1, get 2, and get 3. And all of those are going to be in the shipments and the guild event tab. So your get 1 and your get 2, you'll get here early, and it leads to your Wampas, and it goes to your Rolos, and your Negotiators, and your Malevolences. So that's what you get out of this. That is how you complete Territory Battle, and that is really all there is to it. That's all Territory Battle is. It's just a PvE mode where you're doing as much as you can, and it's a guild event. Your whole guild is involved. Everybody has to contribute in order for your guild to progress. Everybody has to be getting more GP. They have to be getting better characters so that they can unlock those battles and be able to do them. And that is the beauty of it. It just shows a guild coming together, working together to get things better. So this has been the Nerdy Stepdad with Intro to Territory Battles. This is a very broad overview, very in-depth for a beginner, but as the guild progresses, we will show you guys more and more over time. You'll be able to see some Geo, and you'll be able to see some Road at some point in the future. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Shout out to my Bantha brothers, and may the Force be with you.
Where are you going, Nerdy?
For a nap.